Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday. All right, guys. Well, of course, we have to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills today because tonight is our premiere, which I'm so happy about, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, Orange County, I think that they really knocked it out of the park. Potomac, I'm not necessarily I watch some, but I don't really talk about it because I'm not really keeping up. And then Roni, damn, damn. I'm all for Aaron and Abe and a few of the others, but I'm not really loving that show. And then I saw Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I'm like, okay, now we got a show. In Salt Lake City, of course, that's hitting a little bit closer to home. But, anyways, before we jump in, if you guys have not already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's jump right in. Starting with here. Thanks. Thank you to realityt.com. Dorit Kemsley is feeling that Kyle Richards' friendship was very disingenuous. I want to say real quick, before I even read this article to you guys, before I even go in on this, PK and Dorit, you guys so very calculatedly, is that a word? Calculatedly went through LVP. PK was friends with LVP. You guys brought in Dorit and her 5 old faces. And then she comes on, and now she's saying that the relationship with Kyle is very disingenuous. The whole makeup of you on the show and this social climbing situation, Dorit, has been disingenuous. If anybody has been disingenuous, and I know that I have given some shit to Kyle Richards, and you guys know I've talked to you. Farrah has reached out to me on social media. She has been so sweet. I've been sweet to her. I think she'll call me out about calling her mom out. And then I feel really, really bad because God forbid somebody did that to my mom. And then I understand from a perspective that Farrah is coming from, which makes me feel like just the worst person ever. I don't want to do that. But then seeing Dorit being like, well, I feel like this is very disingenuous. The only person who has any want or ability or need to be disingenuous in this moment, it's not Kyle Richards. Kyle is a staple. She came here from day one. She doesn't need your ass. She is not going to talk to your ass if she doesn't need your ass. She doesn't need you to be friends with her. She doesn't need you for the show. She doesn't need you for a storyline. If anybody is being disingenuous on the show, let me just say really quick, I do not think it is Kyle Richards. And I know the one thing that everyone is going to say to me, and I feel it in my bones. Well, Adam, what do you think about the Morgan Wade stuff? Was that not disingenuous? Well, she recently came out on page 6, I believe, and she said that she had a conversation with her daughters about her sexuality and potentially exploring that, what that means, what that looks like for her, and kind of opening up about that. And I was wondering, at some point, were you using this for publicity? Were you trying to promote the show? Were you trying to promote yourself through this relationship? Because saying that you're not in a relationship and then doing a music video and running around, it was iffy. But for Dorit Kemsley, I'm like, girl, you sound like a moron. Nobody is using Dorit Kemsley. Anyways, the only thing worse than breaking up with your husband is breaking up with your best friend. And unfortunately, Dorit Kemsley is dealing with both right now, thanks to her feud with Kyle Richards. Now, realityt.com said that they followed the rift between Dorit and Kyle since the two were spotted screaming at each other while filming season 14 of the show. And now that the season premiere is upon us, Dorit is not holding back about her former friend. And she just opened up about why their friendship falling apart might have been a long time coming. A fracture in Dorit Kemsley and Kyle Richards' friendship? Maybe? Hmm. Now, ahead of the premiere, Dorit spoke to Page Six about her feud with Kyle, and we've seen glimpses of what's to come thanks to the trailer. But still, when talking to the outlet, Dorit seemed like she needed to vent about the situation. And the only problem is that for Kyle and I, she hadn't been somebody that I could lean on for a sustained period of time. And that was the issue. And she's going into the season, and there was a lot of stuff that was left unsaid. But according to Dorit, she was hoping to lean on Kyle for support as she navigated her separation from PK. And when that didn't happen, Dorit felt frustrated. I felt like I reached a point where I want to be around friends of mine that I'm calling my friends, my true friends, my good friends, but people that I would move heaven and earth for, and that it's reciprocated and that's real. And I hadn't felt like that, for a sustained period of time, for a good couple of years. There was a fracture in mine and Kyle's friendship that felt very disingenuous. Girl, shut up. Now, throughout season 14, Dorit plans on taking a serious look at her friendship with Kyle, and she hopes to figure out if it was ever real in the first place. And in the end, she might be ready to close the door on the friendship for good. If we're not friends and we're not going to be, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I don't want to pretend like we are when none of the behaviors are supporting a good friendship. Well, I mean, guys, no. This in itself seems disingenuous. Now, moving on. Um, in the trailer, Garcelle revealed that PK and Kyle were texting each other, and people want to know, is that a big deal? Probably not. However, Dorit and Kyle did have a falling out, and so it could make Dorit uncomfortable, just like the romance rumors a few years ago about Dorit and Mauricio made Kyle annoyed. But Kyle recently addressed the PK texting rumors, and she said, PK and I have always had this brother and sister kind of banter that Dorit always loved, and she would always talk about. And we even talked about when Dorit and I weren't speaking that PK and I would send funny memes and stuff. And we always knew that we would be friends again. And she never cared about that. However, amid Dorit's separation, and now that Dorit and Kyle's friendship is on shaky ground, her feelings might have changed. It became like, why is he even sending you this stuff? And I was like, oh my God, it just became bigger than what it was, is what Kyle said. And I felt like really my character was being questioned. And I thought, you know who I am? You know my character. This is nothing like that. Like, why are you trying to make something out of nothing? And I just, I didn't have it in me at that point with all the stuff that was going on in my personal life. So I was just like, I cannot do this anymore. And this is what it's going to be. Got it. Bingo. Boom. Boom. Got it. So what happened was Dorit was getting a little insecure because she didn't know what was going on. Why does her husband want to leave her when she is wearing and dripped in $10,000 worth of Chanel? Why would my husband want to leave me? Because you got too expensive. Now he's texting Kyle. Kyle has her own money. Kyle can do her own thing, but Kyle's also cute in her own way, and she's a gorgeous woman. So now are you looking at Kyle? Well, why are you so insecure if you're not doing anything wrong? That's my biggest question. Now, anyways, guys, tomorrow we're going to be going live for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills premiere. So if you guys have not already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys.